Hi there. My name is Beth Green, and
I am Sweet Baby James, otherwise known as James Maynard.
I'm otherwise known as Granny Rocks. Tonight, I'm continuing a series that we started on Monday. And if you didn't watch that show, I'm going to do a brief summary. And we're going to be talking about the truth about revealing and fighting for our needs, that doesn't make us weak, it makes us strong. So, and this is going to be part 2 of 3, I think. So I'm really looking forward to talking about this. But first, I'd like to introduce you to Sweet Baby James, who's going to introduce you to our show. And we've already got, let me say, Elizabeth said, hi, Beth and James. Hello, Elizabeth. And Tracy said hello from Tracy and Anya and sent us a heart.
Hi.
Wow. Thank you.
Yes, so welcome to Granny Rocks Our World, otherwise known as GROW, where Granny does indeed rock our world with her wisdom, her wit, and her uncommon sense every Monday and Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. So stay tuned and stay with us.
Okay. Amy said hi from Amy. Love you too. And she sent a little smiley face and a heart. Hello, Amy. So glad to see you tonight. And Todd said, hi, Beth and James. I am here.
Yay!
Yes.
Hello, hello.
And so are we.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me do a quick summary of last time. I talked about how revealing our needs can actually make us weak in a sense. But I also said that not revealing them makes us even weaker. So what's up with that? And now I'm turning it around and saying, no, revealing our needs actually makes us strong. So I'm going to make this all very clear. But so what I was talking about, oh, and Luann waved at us, and we are waving back. Hello, Luann. So first of all, a quick summary of last time. It may be difficult for us even to recognize our needs. And that is because we may have suppressed them. And we have a Sophian. Hi, honey.
Okay.
How are you doing? We're doing real great. So glad you joined us.
How sweet of you to ask.
Yes. So we may have suppressed our needs. Why? Because they have not been fulfilled. They are not available. It's not been available. Like, you're in the desert, there's no water, you try to live without water, right? So anyway, or there's no love in the house, you try to live without love. So you try to suppress the needs. But it's not because you don't need the stuff, it's because it's not available. And Jamie said, hello, Beth and James.
Hello,
and
Jamie.
There's a heart and all that. Hello, Jamie, so glad to see you. So we may have suppressed them. Jamie, I'm reviewing what I talked about Monday. We might have been humiliated for having needs if they didn't fit society's or our family's desire for us. I mean, maybe we needed to cry, but we were not supposed to, because big boys don't cry, even when you're 4 years old, right? Or we may have had other needs. Oh, Helen says Helen is here. Oh, so good to see you, Helen. So happy to see you. So they may not have been fulfilled, and may not have been available. Our needs, we may have been humiliated for having these needs if they didn't fit society or our family's wishes. And Elon says hi, and hi, Elon.
Hi, Elon.
We may have lost touch with what our needs are because they were so suppressed or so frustrated that we don't even know anymore that we need them. Or we may have been misdirected, convinced we need something other than what we really do need. Like, oh, we really need fame. That's what I need. I need admiration.
Popularity.
Right. I don't need love or respect. I just need to be, famous for 2 seconds on Facebook. Or we may even have been forbidden to get them satisfied. Like, we're not allowed to go traveling by ourselves or express ourselves sexually. If we historically did not get our needs met, we may have unconsciously sought alternatives. Well, what am I going to do? So instead of drinking clean water, I'm drinking soda pop. Elon said, it is so convoluted. You are so right. So I'm just reviewing what I said last time, and you are so right. It's and lots of times we have sought sex or sugar or something because we're not getting the things that we really need. And Wade is waving. And hi, Wade. I don't think I've seen you for a while. It's so good to see you. At least you haven't waved. So. But even if we know what our needs are, exposing them might make us look weak. Why is that? Because as I explained last time, if we have a need, we may be depending on somebody else to fill that need, society, an individual, an institution, and then we feel very weak because we're like desperate, and they say,
Dependent.
yeah, like the dog, here's the treat. No, you're not going to get the treat. Oh, yes, you're going to get you know what I'm saying? So we feel weak, our spouse or our mate is rejecting us. And we feel weak because we're desperate for that affection or that connection. And they're saying, later, Buster, I'm too busy reading Facebook or whatever. So that kind of summarizes how it weakens us to have needs, and we feel weak, and it make us feel very powerless in the world, right? Especially when those around us have the power to fill those needs but don't do it. Or, something just occurred to me. Sometimes the people around us don't have the power to fill our needs, like our parents have no money. And then they feel bad. So we decide not to tell them we need something because we don't want them to feel bad because they can't meet that need, right? I grew up in a family like that. So now I'm saying, though, that not revealing our needs may make us even weaker. And I'm saying that revealing and fighting for them actually makes us stronger. So that's what I want to talk about tonight. How and why? Well, number one, and this is kind of obvious, but I always have to say the obvious because the obvious isn't always obvious, is it?
No, not apparently.
Not apparently it isn't not apparently apparent. Well, because our needs are needs. That means we need them. Okay? Yeah, Todd's agreed. He said it is so convoluted, Elon. We make it very convoluted. It's really not that convoluted, but we make it convoluted because of, our society and our conditioning. Okay. So let's say we need certain foods or water or clean air or love or all of those things to be well. Now, by definition, these are necessary. So if they are necessary, not getting them satisfied is going to deprive us of something that would make us healthier on a physical, spiritual, or emotional level. So we have to reveal our needs because we have to go after it, what we need. Todd said, that's what I meant. We make it convoluted. Thank you. Put a nice smile there. How true. So think about it for a minute. How often have we thought of now I'm talking about needs. I'm not talking about wants or ambitions. I'm talking about what we really need. If we need water, we need water. If we're not getting the water, our body, our cells are dying, right? They're not getting what they need. So that obviously is going to make us weaker. Now, even if we know that we're not going to get these needs satisfied, let's say we have a need to be free and we're in prison, or we need to not marry somebody that our family chose for us, but we live in a society where we have no choice, we have to marry them. Or we need love from our mate and they refuse it. Or we don't have access to clean air, clean water, or food. Not revealing these needs still makes us weaker because we are giving up on ourselves. We're pretending we don't need this. It's like, oh no, I actually knew somebody who did this. He was going into an arranged marriage, didn't know the woman, and told me that he talked to her for 10 minutes on the phone and that he was in love. So you know what I mean? It's like, come on, don't give me this baloney. So what we're doing is we have to reveal them to ourselves Because if we don't, we are giving up on ourselves. We are giving up on that clean water. We're giving up on love. We're giving up on all the things that can make us healthier on a physical, on a spiritual, on an emotional level. And in fact, revealing our needs and then fighting for them makes us even stronger. How does that work? Well, the first thing is, in order for us to fight for a need, we have to identify what it is. And next time, I think I'm going to be talking more about the differences between needs and wants. But it's a tremendously empowering, soul-searching experience to sit down with myself and say, what do I need? What do I really need? Do I really need this, or do I really need that? Do I really need a 3,000 square foot house? Or do I really need a 1,500 square foot house? Do I really need all this attention, or do I really need to work on myself? Do I really need this cupcake, or do I really need a carrot and some, sunflower seed butter? What do I need? We are empowered just by the inquiry, because then we begin to know what it is that we need. See, because I was talking about how we don't even know what we know. Or do I need to really be an executive, or do I need to be a janitor? What do I need? Not what does other people think that I need. Then, once we have distinguished what we need to make the effort to get that need met. That's where the fight begins. The journey itself can make us stronger. Let's say I need a healthier environment. I need clean air. I need clean water. I need all that stuff. You probably do too. So I might start going out there in the world saying, where can I find a healthier environment? Or in fact, I could be fighting to make that healthier environment, or that environment healthier for everybody. I have to strengthen myself in order to go after what I need, rather than just sitting in the pollution of my mind or my spirit. I need to get out of this relationship. You see what I'm saying? So if I'm going to fight for these needs, I am going to have to muster the inner strength. I have to find that inner strength that is going to allow me to go out there and leave the city or the job or the relationship that has been making me sick. Or I need to heal myself so these things don't make me sick. And all of that strengthens me. I may have to confront the person or institution that is refusing to meet those needs, and demand that that person or institution respond. I have to be strong to do that. It's like going on strike. The General Motors workers are going on, went on strike. I don't know what's happening with that strike, but I remember reading and learning about strikes where people were killed just because they were going on strike to meet their needs. Now, there's another level on which we would get stronger if we fight to meet our needs and not necessarily our wants. We may have to find the part of us that feels undeserving to have our needs met. Like, oh, I've been so oppressed. I've been taught that I'm a piece of you-know-what, garbage. I got no love or respect in my family. I was treated like I was stupid, whatever. And I have to look at that and say, well, of course I'm not asking for my needs to be met. I don't think I deserve it. I don't think I'm worth it. So then I have to have the strength to look at that, and I have to have the strength to heal it, to release it, or to overcome it. And once I have released that feeling of being undeserving, I am already automatically stronger, even if I don't get the need met. Are you getting what I'm saying? That it is the process of going after getting the need met, which may have the biggest impact. And God help us. It could happen that we actually get our needs met.
And if you continue to get a no, you seek elsewhere.
And if you continue to get a no, then you have that journey to go to the healthier environment, which I mentioned
What if you're in a
earlier.
relationship and you want the love and the affection and it's not forthcoming?
Well, then you make that journey to the healthier environment. I'm glad you clarified that, sweet baby James. This cannot, I'm not only talking about physically, I'm talking about emotionally.
Yes.
You know, you may just have to get strong enough to say, this is not meeting my needs. Now, I'm not talking about when our needs are really getting met, but we can't see it. I'm talking about when they really aren't. And we may have to overcome our fear of being hurt to stand up and express our needs in the face of opposition, a hostile authority, and sometimes even threats. We need the vote. We need freedom. We need decent wages. We need respect for women. I need love. Everybody in our family needs love. We need a partner, a parent who is not using drugs, right? We need someone who is emotionally available. We need somebody who is willing to look at themselves to see why they are not coming forward. What is wrong with them that they are not actually getting the help that they need in order to make these changes? Sometimes we just have to really put it out there. We need to be firm about expressing our needs. See, if we, you know what, one of the things that makes us feel weak is when we get, you know, if one of our ego patterns that we learned, you know, our coping mechanisms is to get sweet when we're asking for our needs to be met. We may go and say, Daddy, could I have an ice cream? Well, ice cream is probably not a need to begin with. But listen to that. And then here you are, 30 years old, and you're saying, Sophie, can I have dinner? Or can I have some of your attention? So what are you doing? You're making yourself feel weaker in the very way that you're asking. I don't mean you go to people and say, okay, give me that ice cream. Your ice cream or your life. You know, I don't mean that. But I do mean that you present your needs in a calm way where you are standing up for yourself, not fighting or abusing someone else.
With a sense of expectancy that that need will be met somehow, right?
Or even if it's not.
Mm-hmm.
We have a message from Sri Hari. Oh, hi, hello, and namaste from Nepal, birthplace of Buddha and land of Mount Everest.
Wonderful.
You are so welcome, and I hope that you watch the replay because you come in at the end of our program, but it's a pleasure to have you and to greet you. So, sometimes we need to make demands, as you say, James. Sometimes we need to make a demand from an institution or at a job. But first we start out by making the request and speaking in a way that is respectful to ourselves instead of getting into that weak mode where we feel safe asking because we are not threatening anyone. Romina says, hola, no entiendo el idioma, pero me alegra mucho verla de nuevo. Después de un aneurismo estoy otra vez. Oh my God. Well, Romina said, hi, I don't understand the language, but I'm happy to see you again. After an aneurysm, having another aneurysm, oh my God, Romina, our hearts go out to you.
God bless you.
Yes. Now, qué lástima que tiene este aneurisma y estoy contenta que usted está con nosotros. I can't remember how to say tonight. Hoy. Okay. That was today. That was the best I could do. Okay, so we have to ask in a way that where we are not weakening ourselves. Sometimes we need to demand, and sometimes we even need to fight, like I said, in a strike or being out in the street. Often we have to fight something in ourselves, as I said before, like a sense of undeserving. And we have to therefore fight, and that fight will make us stronger. No matter what the outcome on the outside, guys, you are not giving up on yourself, and you are fighting for yourself, and that will make you stronger. And hopefully you'll actually get your needs met, because if you don't ask for your needs to be met, they won't be. Not everybody is a mind reader that knows what you need. I mean, obviously, if it's a need, if you need to tell your partner who does the cooking, we need to be eating more vegetables in this house. I don't want to eat any more, frozen dinners that are full of chemicals, and then that person might say, I know you're right, but I don't know what to do. I'm so tired at the end of the day. Well, maybe there's a way that we can work on this together, but you're not going to get your needs met if you don't ask. And that will guarantee to make you weak. If you keep eating garbage, you're going to get sicker. So I want to add one more thing and tell you about what's coming up on Monday. If this is a true need, and next time I think I'm going to talk more about needs and wants, then that need will be for the highest good of all, just like your partner needs to eat better food. Our society needs to have clean water, not just you. Everybody needs more love. A household needs to be more loving. You don't need more love. Everybody needs more love, and so on. So your fight will not just be for yourself, but for justice for all, for the right relationship for all. And we'll talk about that next time. So your fight for your needs just might cause the other person to look at themselves and our society to do the same. And Helen said, Bienvenidos, Romina. She said, hello, welcome, Romina. How nice. Thank you. Helen speaks much better Spanish than I do. So I think I've said enough for today. I hope that you're thinking about what I'm saying, the journey, the path, the process of understanding what our needs are, of letting go of feeling like we don't deserve our needs, and having faith that when we fight for our needs, it's going to be for the highest good of all. And I am going to talk about that more on Monday. So come back at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. Mm-hmm. And tomorrow, we broadcast Dreams of Peace, mm-hmm. where I will, one more time, play the piano. And it doesn't matter what language you're speaking, because it's
universal
music.
Language
exactly,
of music.
It is. So, and Romina said, muchas gracias.
De nada.
De nada. So I think I've covered everything. Don't forget there is a Living with Reality book, which is, Helen has given us some beautiful symbols. The Living with Reality book is a free download on my website, bethgreen.org, and there is a meeting every Saturday morning about that, a book study group. And the information is on the post. As soon as I get the post up, which is a few minutes after the show. And we are going to have a retreat right here in Oregon, where up close and personal with me in person.
Yep.
You got to come to Oregon. So it's November 9th and 10th, and there's a link on this post also that will take you, I think, there's a link that will take you to the event. And you're welcome. I would love to have you to the retreat. Oh, Elon said, I just started reading it, Living with
Yes,
Reality, I guess.
congratulations.
That's fantastic. And do think about coming to our retreat or joining the free study group on Saturday
And
morning.
not to mention, we have a discussion group this Wednesday night tonight
Yes.
at 7 o'clock Pacific time, and every Wednesday at 7 o'clock.
That's
Pacific.
right. That's called growth, and there's something on the post about that too. I know the post is long. It's, I don't want to have to read it, but get to the second paragraph, and it'll give you all the information. So in the meantime, we love you. We appreciate you. We so much appreciate your support. Thank you, and please share this video with anybody who you think needs to hear it.
God bless you all.
Bye bye.
Take care.